Disclaimer, the comments made in this video are intended for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to offend anyone. From my truth to no, not like that. It's the endless loop where conviction turns on itself and self-awareness takes another personal day. Here are the moments when woke people cancel themselves. The ultimate highlight reel of logic eating itself. First up, we've got a walking contradiction straight from the woke starter pack. Next, woke people love preaching tolerance right up until someone disagrees with them.
Oh, there it is. Oh, Jesus.
Dude.
Wow, she didn't do that on purpose though, did she? She didn't know I was standing there, did she? So this is the violent, intolerant left, and they're so panicked. Do you love trans kids or what? Man, you guys are just, why can't you behave like normal people? You know, this is your biggest problem politically, is you can't even pretend to be normal. So why should anybody ever take you seriously?
The second reality shows up and they short circuit. It's always the same routine. Shout, love wins, then start screaming at whoever won't clap. Turns out the real intolerance was hiding behind the rainbow flag the whole time. We've got a man who just nuked woke propaganda straight from the driver's seat.
Funnily enough, this is the first intelligent comment that I've seen on my post in the last 48 hours. Testosterone levels around the world are declining at a rapid rate and not enough people seem to be talking about it. I guarantee there is a strong correlation between all this new age, woke, liberal propaganda that is being taught at our schools and being pushed on the mainstream media. That would be very highly correlated to men's depression rates, lowering testosterone levels, and the fact that men are just full of excuses and very easy to give up on themselves these days. Being a body and mindset coach for men, I speak to hundreds of men every single month that want to lose weight, build muscle, become the man, become this strong, capable leader for their family. And whilst a lot of them value that and want to achieve it, a lot of them don't have the confidence in themselves to actually take action on it and achieve it. Now, is this because of the learned helplessness in men? Is this because of lowering testosterone rates all around the world? Who knows? However, if you do a little bit of digging, you'll realize that the schooling system is heavily designed to create workers, heavily designed to create a non-free thinking workforce that will do what they're told. And that is why I have an issue of this message of toxic masculinity being taught in our schools. I think the declining testosterone rate that we see in men starts with boys at a very young age. And it does come down to this new woke agenda being taught from school to school. I've done a couple of these videos now and people seem to say, "Whoa, why is he angry and emotional?" It's because I actually give a shit about the next generation of men. If you study history, once strong civilizations throughout the years are broken down by making military-age men weak and vulnerable. So for the people commenting the endless hate in my comments, you may all be a little bit too psyop to actually see what's going on, but it's time to wake up and realize that they are pushing an agenda of trying to make men weak and vulnerable because they're the kind of men that will give up when things get hard. I give a shit about the future of men. That is what my coaching is aimed to do, to help men become these strong, capable leaders that they and their families need. And to combat this, I think that all men should have goals bigger than themselves that forces them to get up, get out of their comfort zone, and do bigger and better. The masculine urge is achievement and conquering and building. And if that's taken away, then we see what we see today, where men are weak, full of excuses, lazy, depressed, and testosterone rates are at an all-time low. So if you want to fix that, bring back masculinity.
While the internet's busy preaching toxic masculinity, he's out here reminding everyone that weak men don't build strong nations. The guy talks testosterone, purpose, and strength. 3 words that make woke Twitter cry on cue. Bring back masculinity, because feelings won't fix civilization. This time, the everyone's a queen logic that ran out of crowns.
This is what you said. You said, what's so special about me? Most women aren't special.
Well, that's down to your personal opinion.
No, I'm like, seriously, what do women bring in 2022 that is special?
Nothing.
Do most women have a cookbook? Do most women really know how to cater to a man? No. Are most women virgins on their wedding day? No. So what do most women bring in 2022 that is special?
But why is it all about what we can offer? Why is it always about what we can bring?
Okay,
What's about our values?
because when you're trying to sell a car, if you're trying to get married, right? Then please, I'm not saying that women are cars. It's just an analogy. But if you're trying to sell a car, you have to study the buyer and figure out what the buyers want.
Modern feminism loves shouting. We bring everything to the table until someone asks what's actually on it. The moment reality joins the conversation, confidence turns into buffering. Nothing exposes fake empowerment faster than accountability dressed like common sense. Here we've got the my body, my choice crowd suddenly discovering biology, but only when it fits the argument of the week.
Abortion is murder and should be illegal. What does fetus mean?
A fetus is in utero.
What does fetus mean in Latin?
What the? I'm sorry.
It means little human being.
Ooh, the smile is very creepy. Okay.
Smiling is creepy.
No, your smile specifically.
Got it.
But let's go back to. We're losing track here.
No, but what species is the fetus?
The fetus is not a species yet. It's technically classified as a parasite until it is viable.
So,
I want to talk to you about something very quickly.
I can't let you get past that. Are you saying a baby is a disease or a tumor?
A parasite is not a disease and a tumor. Those are not the same thing. A parasite is defined as something that cannot survive outside of its host. A baby, before it is viable, cannot survive outside of a woman's womb.
Got it. So let's extrapolate that.
It is not a living organism.
Are old people with Alzheimer's and dementia that are being assisted every day, are they parasites?
No, they're not parasites. They're human beings who are on the brink of death.
Got it. So my 4-month-old that requires mom's breast milk and requires daily changes and feedings cannot survive without its own. Is my 4-month-old a parasite?
Your baby can breathe on its own. Your baby can drink water from its mouth to its stomach.
But it cannot.
Your baby can
it
eat
hunt?
food.
Can it gather? Can it reason?
But that's not what qualifies something as being a living organism.
Being
a living organism simply means, can you survive outside of a womb, outside of your host?
Got it. So I just want to make sure I'm clear. Why does that then equate to moral viability?
It equates to scientific viability.
Why? Under what standard?
Because it is not alive, and you are advocating for the rights of something that is not technically a life.
Got it. So what is something
while
that has
sacrificing the needs of the human woman who is alive.
Got it. So, but a mom can survive.
Yes.
Without the baby in her. Right?
Yes.
The baby cannot survive without the mom.
Yes.
But a mom cannot survive without her lungs. So it's not her body, it's in her body. It's not her DNA, so it's not her choice. So it
actually is directly her DNA. It is 100%. It's 50% of her DNA.
The same people who call a fetus a parasite will post love wins with a heartbeat emoji 5 minutes later. It's science until science disagrees. Then it's feelings in a lab coat. Next up, a Democrat candidate forgets how elections work and rage quits after one too many logical questions.
What do you say to the 40% of California voters who you'll need in order to win, who voted for Trump?
How would I need them in order to win?
Well, unless you think you're going to get 60% of the vote.
Me versus a Republican? I think that I will win.
What if it's you versus another Democrat?
I don't intend that to be the case.
You don't
I feel like this is unnecessarily argumentative. What is your question?
The question is the same thing I asked everybody, that this is being called the empowering voters to stop power grabs.
Answer the question as you have it written and I'll answer it.
Do you think you need any of those 40% of California voters to win? And you're saying, no, you don't.
No, I'm saying I'm going to try to win every vote I can. What I'm saying to you is that I don't want to keep doing this. I'm going to call it. Thank you.
You're not going to do the interview with us?
Nope, not like this. I'm not. Not with 7 follow-ups to every single question you ask.
Every other candidate has answered.
I don't care. I don't care. I want to have a pleasant, positive conversation. I have never had to do this before, ever.
Okay, but every other candidate has done this.
I'm me, so I am going to make...
So you're not going to answer questions?
So she shows up for an interview and gets offended by questions. That's like applying for a chef job and storming out because someone mentioned food. If this is her reaction to mild curiosity, imagine her running a state. Every press conference would end with, "I am me," and an exit. Here comes another one, where a woke woman swears late-term abortions don't exist until the conservative opens a website that disagrees.
There are not late-stage abortions.
Yes, actually there are. Here, I'm so glad you asked. I'm going to call an abortionist for you, ma'am.
Call an abortionist? What does that mean?
William Hearn, Boulder Abortion Clinic.
Thank you for calling.
It might still be on.
Dr. Hearn's answering service. How may I help you?
Hi, yeah, I just figured out I was pregnant today, and I'm like really far along. Like I'm like 30 weeks. Can I schedule an abortion with you all?
Let me see if I can help with this. One moment here. I mean, right now you're calling the answering service, so I can't actually schedule that appointment. What I can do is route this, like put in the request and just have the office call you back.
Sure, that's fine. On the website here, the website says 3rd trimester abortion, so I guess that would be
Accurate, yeah.
It is accurate. Okay, thank you so much.
The confidence of saying late-term abortions don't exist while Google is right there, unmatched. She could have checked the website before opening her mouth, but why bother when denial feels so empowering? This is what happens when conviction outruns comprehension. Now, we've got the modern empowered duo preaching that men can't be trusted while proudly chasing bad boys like it's a scholarship.
What were some of the things you were told about men while growing up?
Don't trust them. Yeah, I agree with that one.
What is the most surprising thing you've learned about men from your experiences?
You can't trust them. Facts.
Do you prefer a man who is a gentleman or a bad boy?
Bad boy. Bad boy.
Is it fair to say women lust after bad boys but want to settle down with nice guys?
Yeah.
If you happen to be looking for a quality man, where would you expect to find one?
A quality man? Church. Yes, that is.
When was the last time you went to church?
Nothing screams self-awareness like calling all men toxic, then daydreaming about one in a leather jacket. The moment accountability enters the chat, logic disappears faster than their church attendance. Turns out the patriarchy isn't their problem, hypocrisy is. Here, the pronoun parade.
It is official. The school system has failed these kids.
What are your pronouns?
She, her. She, her. She, her. He, him.
She, her.
He, him, this.
They, them.
They, them.
I'm Schwab, and I go by all pronouns.
Any pronouns.
He, him, his.
Well, I'm out, guys. If this is what's cool now, I think I'm done. I no longer have any connection to this world. I'm gonna go home and kill myself. Goodbye, friends.
It's like watching an identity lottery. She, her, they, them, he, him, and one brave soul who collects them all like Pokemon. Then Cartman walks in and sums up the whole movement better than any debate ever could. When even a cartoon character taps out, you know the clown show has hit its final act. Here's a reporter tries to turn ring girls into the next human rights issue, asking why boxing still has them.
Okay, I have one last question, and it has to do with the projection of women in boxing, and like you guys have invested in women's boxing, and I've talked to a couple of people around during this week, and the issue or the theme about the ring girls in an all-female fighting card. And the
ring boys?
Sexualization of women.
Do you want ring boys?
Well, a couple of people have said that why don't have boys or none of any of them at all. I just wanna bring to the attention the conversation of it.
If anybody wants to submit an application to be a ring boy to MVP, send it to that young man.
Send it to Kamala Harris.
Because yeah, that's what fans are worried about while people are literally punching each other in the face. Jake Paul and his crew just laugh it off, proving once again that woke outrage is the only thing softer than a participation trophy. Now we got another proud member of the I support her because she's a woman club, proves once again that critical thinking is on unpaid leave.
Donald Trump or Kamala Harris?
Oh my God, Kamala Harris, yes, absolutely. We are against Trump and he's terrible for America. It's joy, it's not hatred. It's building up, not going back.
It's progressive, right, you'd say?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wait, why would you want to progress into an area where it could get it's kind of almost like racist? You know what I mean? So
What's that?
Well, it's like the Kamala rhetoric.
Her name is Kamala, actually.
Kamala, right?
No, it's Kamala, right. Like my sign. Kamala. La.
Oh, I didn't know it was spelled with a comma in it. That's crazy. Is that because Kamala, obviously, that she leans towards more like a weird gender role is kind of like racist almost.
No,
like her,
no.
I'm saying her rhetoric.
Stop with your rhetoric, bulls. I mean, seriously.
No, I'm saying it's rhetoric, her rhetoric type shit racist.
No, it's not racist.
Right.
Trump is a racist.
He's not a racist, though.
Yeah,
you can't walk away, though.
The moment someone asks a real question, the talking points run out faster than Kamala's laugh at a press conference. Woke devotion sounds deep until reality asks for details. Then it's just noise with a pronoun. Then there is a woke thinker who thinks calling all white men scum is somehow progress.
I'm afraid to argue with woke people because I look like this and I don't know who's gonna back me up. You know? Because listen, I'm on board with 95% of it. They're like, Black Lives Matter. I'm like, hell yeah. They're like, future is female, stop Asian hate. I'm like, absolutely. They're like, all white men are scum. And I'm like, hey there. That last part, that hurt my feelings when you said that. And honestly, it's a little hypocritical given that and then I feel a warm hand on my shoulder. And I turn around and there's just a skinhead smiling at me. He's like, I hear you, brother. No one has it harder than the white man. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. All right, I'm back. Listen, I don't want you to hate me for being white, but I don't want you to like me for being white. Why are these the only two options? Jesus. Okay, well, if I have to pick a side, I'm gonna go with you guys because at least your heart is in the right place. I'm just kidding. It's because you control all of film and television. That's why I'm over here. But when you find my old tweets, I'll be calling you. Yes, I will. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you can still comfortably tour the Midwest.
The comedian calmly breaks it down, agreeing with every woke slogan until logic finally taps out. The audience bursts out laughing, while woke Twitter quietly adds him to their people we pretend not to find funny list. Then we've got a congressman asking simple pronoun questions, and the woke witness proving she doesn't even know her own tweet.
Here's a tweet that you guys put out in June of 2021. I just want to ask you, what does E mean as a pronoun? It's E.
To be honest, I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you know what M means as a pronoun?
I'm also not sure.
Okay. Don't you think it's important to know what these mean? You guys are in this post, you wrote, or somebody on your comms team wrote that using the correct pronouns impacts trans people's health, can reduce the risk of depression and suicide. That's a pretty serious claim. It seems like if you're going to demand people use these pronouns, you would know what they mean, right?
I delegate. 23andMe handled a lot of people. We had 6-7.
You were CEO though, right?
It was CEO, but it doesn't mean I can oversee every single post.
Well, this is a very, very politically charged post that you guys put out. I would think that you would have a view on that. Can you tell us what is the difference between Z and Z? One of them is ZE and one is XE.
I'm not up to speed on that.
Okay. Does it concern you that not understanding this might increase the risk of depression and suicide amongst trans people?
I support my research team that felt that, you know, it's important for us to be inclusive of everybody, and it was very much grounded.
I agree, but it doesn't seem very inclusive if you don't know what they mean, right?
I respect the social team and the research team that put that post together.
You don't know what any of these pronouns mean, but you guys are promoting it.
I assume it's different ways people like to be.
This is the perfect example of performative activism. She talks about pronouns like they're life or death, but can't even define the ones she promotes. When you push ideology over logic, this is what happens. It's all about optics, not understanding. No wonder people are tired of this nonsense. This is a masterclass in logical self-destruction.
It is shown those who transition mentally improve unbelievably, and it is absolutely true.
So I hate to break it to you, they're more likely to commit. There's a huge community called transition regret.
The reason that the rate is so high is because they are bullied for who they are.
And you know why I know it's nonsense? Because every single person in this room disagrees with you fundamentally and is treating you incredibly respectfully tonight. And I'll be honest, it's your team that kicked me off of Twitter that I used a name that Levine used to have. Like, who's the bully in this situation?
It's just disrespectful to call Leah Thomas her dead name.
If I were to do a biography on Thomas and I would include that name, how is that disrespectful? Wouldn't that be an uplifting story and saga from the man I used to be and the woman I am now? How's that disrespectful?
Oh, well, in that context, then probably.
So dead naming's now okay.
A student proudly preaches the gospel of acceptance until Charlie Kirk hits them with a reality check. One question later, the same person who banned dead naming just agreed it might be fine. Nothing like watching a full moral crusade collapse faster than their talking points could update. Next up, the border debate where logic needed a passport.
Crossing the border illegally is not a crime?
No, it's not a criminal act. Okay. It's a misdemeanor.
Misdemeanor is not a crime?
It's not a criminal act, no. If you get charged with a misdemeanor, that's not a criminal act.
Why do you charge at all then, if it's not a criminal act?
Because we have different levels of crime.
So it is crime.
No,
it's just
we
a
have
different level.
different levels of. I shouldn't say crime, but it's not a crime. You're not breaking the law. I mean, you are breaking the law, but it's not a criminal act.
Apparently, crossing illegally isn't a crime. It's just breaking the law in a non-criminal way. The mental gymnastics deserve an Olympic medal. Woke logic always finds a way to turn plain facts into feelings, then argues with itself until reality wins by default. Coming up, a podcast guest introduces herself as a dog named Meow, and somehow expects us to take that genetically.
My name is Meow like a cat, but I am a dog, and I'm 27. I'm from the USA, and I'm a Twitch live streamer.
Your name is Meow?
Yes.
What was the whole thing with the dog thing?
Meow like a cat, but I am a dog.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you live your life as a cat?
As a dog. Were you not following? Meow
name's
like a
Meow.
cat, but I am a dog.
Okay. So you live your life as a dog?
Yes.
Can you show your teeth? Okay. And is that... are those like
Genetic. It's a dog
no,
thing.
it's not genetic, but was it put in by a dentist or?
So it's like a dog thing. I'm a dog girl, so they help me like tear meat and stuff.
We live in a world where someone can say, I'm genetically a dog with a straight face and still vote. Honestly, I don't know what's scarier, her argument or the fact she probably has followers. Then, a white woke woman warns a brown interviewer he'll be deported because, apparently, anti-racism now comes in racist flavor.
Why do you think they're going to take me too?
Because you have brown skin.
That's pretty racist. I'm an American citizen.
Doesn't matter.
So you think I'm going to get deported?
You could.
So this woman right here thinks I'm going to get deported because I'm a brown woman. That's an extremely racist thing to say, ma'am.
No, the racist people are...
No, you're the racist because you just came up to me and said I'm going to get deported because I'm brown. How dare you? How dare you sit here and speak to me because of my skin tone? No, I don't need to be careful. Guess what? I voted for Donald Trump because he's a president of law and order, and I've actually met him. He's very nice. And it's racists like you who stand here and tell me that I'm going to get deported because I'm brown. How dare you? This is the average right liberal right here.
Woke logic strikes again, fighting racism with more racism. Nothing says I care about equality, like assuming someone's immigration status based on their skin tone. The interviewer handled it like a pro though. Imagine thinking you're saving people while casually insulting them to their faces. After that, a woman decides the American flag and basic biology are extremist symbols, and that's how patriotism became hate speech, folks.
You right-wing extremists are into that gender binary, which is very oppressive.
So I'm just gonna, just really fast, I'm not a right-wing extremist. I'm actually a
United States... have American flag on your shirt.
I'm a United States Air Force veteran. My parents are legal immigrants from the Middle East. I don't give into the right wing. I'm not right wing just because I don't give into that. Like, for instance,
do you believe there are two genders?
Yes, I believe there's...
then you're a right-wing extremist.
That has nothing to do with being right wing. There's men and women. If some people have gender dysphoria...
Did you wear a mask during the pandemic?
I definitely did not wear a
mask.
mask.
Well, then you are a right-wing extremist.
Apparently, loving your country, believing in biology, and breathing freely are now the holy trinity of extremism. Somewhere between the flag and the chromosomes, she declared a national emergency. These people don't debate, they just diagnose normalcy as hate speech. Next, we've got the age of choose your own puberty.
What is like the youngest age you think someone should be able to medically transition?
There's a specific age that anybody just comes into their trans identity. I don't have an age for you. I mean, you know, as an AMAB person assigned male at birth, like, what do we go through puberty at, like 13?
I think so.
I'm like, anytime around that age, I feel like whenever these kids are coming into their own identity, it should be a conversation that we could have and not be so quick to say, oh, nope, they're too young, they don't know what they're talking about.
How do you guys feel about trans women and women's sports?
Because nothing says science like deciding biology is optional. The logic, kids can pick their identity, but adults can't pick their breakfast without judgment. Ask for an age. Get a TED Talk on feelings. Turns out the only thing transitioning here is the definition of common sense. Here is peak equality logic, where fairness means ignoring physics.
How do you guys feel about trans women and women's sports? Another highly debated topic.
They're women. They're women. Let them be in women's sports. It's not like...
Even Leah Thomas?
I don't know that. I don't know people.
The mental gymnastics here deserve their own Olympic category. One question about Leah Thomas, and suddenly the science of believe all identities gets benched. Next we have peak woke contortion.
Did you guys see the Sydney Sweeney ad this week?
I think it's absolutely unacceptable. I mean, as she put it, it's not acceptable.
And I've been seeing a lot of people online being like, okay, well, if we ran the same ad with a black woman, it would be interpreted differently. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, they can say what ifs all they want, but the fact of the matter is they used a white woman to send a very specific message. By specifically using a white person, it completely disregards everything that we've spent the last centuries working towards, and so that just kind of it rubs us the wrong way.
Nothing screams deep analysis like losing your mind over a commercial with a white woman and calling it sociology. Throw in a simple, what if it were a black woman? And suddenly all that confident moral outrage collapses. Facts, context, and common sense, completely optional. Now this one's gold. A MAGA man gets called fascist and calmly destroys a woke drunk with pure verbal precision.
If you cared about your country, you wouldn't be supporting the fascists.
If you cared about your country, you wouldn't be walking in there to hear some alcoholic, drunk woman spit some gibberish out in front of you.
Well, let me tell you something.
Oh yeah, listen to them, right?
They told me not to talk about what a dumbass you are.
Using cuss words because you can't say anything and tell.
It's always the same script. Accuse others of fascism while acting like the speech police yourself. The MAGA man called out the nonsense perfectly, and the woke guy's brain blue screened. The moment he ran out of buzzwords, the cussing began. When logic fails, the volume always goes up. Next, here's the peace and love protest skit that forgot both.
We want democracy. We want democracy. We want peace and love. Just let us be. Yeah. You want to see some photos of my new rabbit? What? I said that you want to. No. I've heard what you said. You can't have a rabbit. Why? Because I hate rabbits. Okay, we met today. I don't even remember your name. I don't care. You need to do what I expect you to do, even though we don't know each other. Because if I don't like rabbits, you can have them. This is the beautiful thing in our world, that we don't need to think and agree on everything, right? This is why we are here today, on this protest for the freedom to be who we truly are. Get her!
1 minute, it's all about freedom and acceptance. The next, it's you can't have a rabbit because I don't like rabbits. Nothing screams tolerance like controlling strangers' pets. It's activism by mood swing, where being offended is the only consistent belief system. Here is an educated debate claiming people have always fought for freedom, then realizing you can't name a single one.
People have fought throughout human history for their free will.
Most people never in human history, for the purposes of freedom or free will or anything else.
They have.
Okay, I'll tell you what, give me the examples. Before the year 1700, name a single place on earth that was fighting for free will.
The feudal system, we can talk about the invasion of France.
No, the people fighting against monarchies were people who wanted to be the monarch.
Not entirely.
Yes,
if you were fighting against a monarchy that is usurping
waiting
your
for an
free
example.
will,
Give me an example. I'm waiting.
if you were fighting against a monarchy that is usurping your free will, you are fighting against free will. But what I'm saying is, consistently throughout this debate, you have advocated against the free will and the sovereignty of other people. And I think that that is inherently divisive. Why are you doing that?
I would want to divide tribalism because I don't like tribalism. So I would actually want it divided into larger blocks so that tribalism went down. You would actually at least have some sort of voting block that made sense, that wasn't completely decadent on social programs where all of us had to tribalize together to build these blocks, try to fight against everybody else. A terrible idea, always has been.
It's that magical moment when woke history runs out of Wi-Fi. The confidence is loud, the logic is missing, and somehow the feudal system becomes a freedom movement. Watching self-awareness get body slammed by facts never gets old. In our next clip, woke people are losing it again.
Nashville drag performer. Okay, that doesn't sound too good. I gave you guys a warning not to block me, but if I'm gonna have to answer the megaphone, that's what's gonna have to happen. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Would you imagine? This is... Uh-oh, she's getting violent. She's getting violent. She's getting violent. This isn't good. This isn't good. That's destruction of property, ma'am. Learn your laws.
screaming about love, inclusion, and personal feelings like the world owes them a participation trophy. Meanwhile, someone just points out the obvious and the meltdown hits peak volume. Watching them panic over common sense is honestly a full contact sport. Another day, another woke freakout quietly canceled without anyone breaking a sweat. Next up, this TikTok proves that you can string 10 big words together and still say absolutely nothing.
Oh, absolutely. And I do believe there is something to be said about this sort of, how do I put this, willing ignorance, right? This sort of duality between that consciousness of being aware in such manner and yet readily marginalizing that intersectionality. It's very profound. These conversations are intrinsically multifaceted, right? There are different angles to be looking at this from, and it's crucial to juxtapose that contrast within those realms of varying perspectives. And it's sort of the case where, you know, are we asking ourselves the right questions, or are we all just sort of victim to the cause itself? It's suffocating, to be quite frank. It's paralyzing. But having these conversations is extremely, extremely vital in fundamental change, and being able to sort of step back and look at this from a bird's eye view and not just a worm's eye view. And that, of course, begs the ever-aching question of whose bird is this, right?
Every sentence is a gymnastics routine and buzzword acrobatics, intersectionality flips, and consciousness pirouettes, while reality sits in the corner crying. And of course, it ends with the crowning question, whose bird is this? Classic. Another woke meltdown canceled effortlessly by logic. Meanwhile, a vegan argues with a man about eating meat and somehow ends up debating donkey marriage.
Look at these vegans. You know on TikTok. You need to have more meat. You're looking a bit washed out.
I eat plenty of vegan meat.
Vegan meat? That's like saying I have plenty of black whites. I've got loads of nighttime days.
Do you know what meat is?
It's the rotting carcass of a living animal, and it's delicious because God told us to eat meat.
Did God tell you to murder animals?
No, murder is a legal term. You cannot murder an animal.
My definition, murder is taking someone's life, whether they're
someone's life.
Well, non-human animals are someone.
All right, will you marry?
She says she's got plenty of vegan meat. Yeah, and I've got plenty of imaginary protein. You can't cheat biology. Without real nutrients, all you're fueling is delusion and vitamin deficiency. Up next, liberal panelists celebrate peace in the Middle East, but forget to mention the orange guy who made it happen.
After 2 years of captivity by Hamas, the 20 remaining living Israeli hostages were released and are reuniting with their families. 1,700 Palestinian prisoners have also been released and reunited with their families. And as of this morning, there is no fighting in Gaza. And so I think
it's historic. It is a massive diplomatic achievement, and I think the whole world can breathe a sigh of relief.
I remain a faithful person that this truly is the dawn of peace in the Middle East.
You know, honestly, let me just quote John Lennon. Can we please just try to give peace a chance?
Today, tonight, there's peace in the world.
Yeah.
So, there we are.
That's it? There we are? You had so much to say about how great this peace is, yet nothing to say about who brought the peace. Say his name. You know the name. I don't know why you are avoiding the name today, but you're talking about him every single day. Now, say his name.
It's honestly hilarious how allergic they are to giving Trump any credit. You can see them celebrating peace, but choking on the name behind it. Their silence says everything. They know who made it happen, but praising him would ruin their whole narrative. 1 minute, names are sacred and misusing them is emotional violence.
I have a lot of trans friends. If they were dead named, it would be shattering to them. I think it's very wrong. Well, why do names matter so much? It's not as deep as you think it is. It's just...
If they were dead named, it would be shattering to them. I think it's very wrong.
Well, why do names matter so much?
2 minutes later, it's just a title. Apparently feelings matter until consistency shows up. The only thing shattered here isn't her friend's name. It's her logic, self-cancellation sponsored by Double Standards. Then, we got the Fat Identity Olympics.
This is a queer fat club.
I'm queer and fat.
Okay, thank you for joining. We're just introducing ourselves at the moment.
Okay.
Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, Joe?
Yeah, my name's Joe. I go by he, they, and I identify as 275 pounds.
Okay.
I feel like Jay's kind of making fun of me, though. I know it's kind of a shock. I know, kind of a new thing.
I'm just,
Do what?
I said I apologize.
Oh, no, you're good.
Are you comfortable leaving the group at the moment?
Why?
I'm not understanding why you're joining the group.
This is the queer and fat group now?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I came here for.
Okay. And you said you identify as fat?
Yeah.
Okay. This is just for fat-bodied people.
Yeah, I understand. I identify as a fat-bodied person.
I'm not understanding where you're coming from.
Are you guys comfortable with me here? I mean, I'm pretty chill on my end.
I'm not comfortable, no.
A club built on self-identify as anything suddenly forgets the rules when someone actually plays by them. The moment Joe identifies as 275 pounds, body positivity takes a coffee break. Apparently, identity is sacred until it's inconvenient. Next up, a gym warrior tries turning cardio into a social justice battle.
Do you need something? What? Do you need something? No. Okay, I thought so. Keep it pushing.
If you're getting rude, you can leave. Nobody was looking at you any type of way. I don't own the gym, I work here.
Okay.
Yes. And if you're getting rude, then you can leave.
That means what?
I can go to the police and have you trespass right now. Would you like that?
Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead, let him know.
That's what we'll do. So right now, you can take your stuff and head up front.
She's convinced every set of eyes within a mile is committing a hate crime, but the staff guy isn't having it. One calm response later, and the entire performance collapses. Turns out outrage burns out fast when reality isn't playing along. Here's a guy calmly breaks down why talking to woke people feels like arguing with a therapy app that's stuck on diagnose mode.
Well, I think I'm finally able to define what it is I've been experiencing for close to 10 years now whenever I get into a conversation with someone who is woke. Now, I don't mean someone who's liberal. I mean someone who is proudly woke. You see, I'm trying to debate, and they are trying to diagnose. Let me give you an example. Let's say I were to say something crazy like, I'm open to immigration, I just think it should be legal. I also think we need a strong border and we need significant immigration reform before we continue. Oh, so you're xenophobic. No, I don't have an irrational fear or hatred toward other people or cultures, but I do believe that culture matters. And if you're coming from a cultural tradition which has very, very different customs, traditions, and legal standards than the United States, well, that might not be the best for social cohesion, especially when it comes in the form of mass illegal immigration. Oh, so you're racist. No, I don't believe in the inherent superiority or inferiority of any person based off of their race. I think people should be judged based off of their individual actions and character. But let me give you an example to clarify my position. If you were to mass import people from a country where they believe that it's perfectly reasonable to criminally prosecute women for showing their hair in public, that might not lead to the best blending with American society. You get what I mean? Oh, yeah, so you're Islamophobic. Okay, I see what you're doing now. This is not about even trying to understand my arguments or perspective. This is all about trying to incorrectly diagnose me so you can then ignore all of my arguments and perspectives. And if that's what you're going to do, what's the point in talking to you?
He says one logical thing and they start handing out phobias like Oprah gives away cars. It's not a debate anymore, it's a medical checkup for your opinion. Next, a self-proclaimed educator tries to school Pete Hegseth and ends up getting a masterclass in reality instead.
Like to turn to you.
So to be clear, these are men who think they're women.
These are women. I'm happy to educate you on
but these are men,
on trans
and so
issues at another
what we've
time.
identified is that there's mental health issues with that belief system.
I'd like to turn to general
are detrimental to readiness, and that's the determination that we've made and that we stand behind. Gender dysphoria.
And so you don't.
Every time someone says, I can educate you, you just know a PhD in delusion is about to be handed out. Hegseth needed a translator for whatever parallel universe she was arguing from. Moving on, a liberal woman claims ICE agents are breaking the law until she realizes the only thing illegal is her argument.
Do you think it's wrong for people to shoot ICE agents while they're doing their jobs?
I mean, yes, but I think ICE agents are also not doing their job within the full scope of the law. Many are not identifying themselves when being asked to. They are with masks on, which is also illegal, to not identify yourself with your face.
What law makes that illegal?
If you are a police officer or an agent of the law, you must identify yourself when asked by civilians. So they are violating that when they are going into neighborhoods and being asked by people, and they are not doing that. I don't think that's right.
Okay. So that's not illegal for them to do that. It's not illegal for ICE agents specifically to cover their face. It's actually not even illegal for them to not read someone their Miranda rights. They can detain anybody for any reason, and that person must provide proof for their citizenship. They have every right to do that. That is 100% lawful. That is in the U.S. Code, Title 8.
Okay. You know, I'm actually going to ask that you don't post me on Liberty Hangout. I don't want my face anywhere near you.
You were having a nice conversation with me. When I offered that maybe you might not be correct in your statement, then you want to say you don't want to be anywhere near me?
I felt disgusted by you before I walked up and had the conversation.
Why so?
I mean, you asked very leading questions that are already...
It just says, ask me anything.
You can always tell when a debate ends. It's right after the "don't post this online" panic sets in. Funny how legal lectures vanish the moment reality checks show up. She came in with confidence and left with a privacy request. Then you've got this self-proclaimed non-binary expert trying to educate everyone, but halfway through even they forget what they're identifying as.
What's your name, lovely lady?
Esme.
Esme.
Not a lady.
Right. Let's start again. Hello, Esme. What are you?
Non-binary.
Sweet. What would you like as a title / pronoun? You should really know by now if you're going to do this to me. All right. That's all I would ask. Are you here on your own, bless you?
Yeah.
Well, let's applaud Esme. Go to Esme. Call yourself they, them. It'll sound like you've got a friend. I identify as not a very nice man. So, there we go.
The comedian doesn't flinch, just lets common sense do the talking. One simple joke, and suddenly the whole ideology collapses like a pronoun chart in a stiff breeze. That's what happens when reality enters a woke conversation. Next up, we've got a proud member of the Representation Over Results fan club trying to convince everyone that Kamala Harris is doing an amazing job, but can't name a single thing she's done.
So, you keep saying that Kamala Harris is a DEI candidate, and I feel like my main fallacy with this argument is that competency can't be objectively determined.
What's her greatest accomplishment as vice president?
As vice president, being the first female all-black president. We've never had that
No,
before.
like, I got that, but like, what's her accomplishment that made people's lives better?
I don't know. Vice presidents don't really do much, to be honest.
Can you name one thing she's done that's good?
No, probably not.
It's that magical moment when buzzwords meet reality and lose. Turns out repeating first female vice president doesn't count as an accomplishment outside a college diversity seminar. Now, we've got the anti-capitalist freedom fighter who discovered racism through theory, not experience.
I'm against racism, I'm against oppression. Have you experienced racism? Well, no, but that doesn't mean that I can't be against it, because racism is caused by capitalism. Yeah, and we have to overthrow capitalism. Get rid of it. To get rid of racism.
Apparently, oppression now comes with Wi-Fi and a Marxism tee. The logic, end capitalism to end racism, because nothing screams equality like blaming the system that built your smartphone. It's social justice powered by irony and a solid data plan. In this clip, we've got the regret police trying to rewrite rap history.
Do you look back at some of your old lyrics given the climate of what's happening today with women's empowerment and be like, I was kind of up that I said that?
Nope, hell, that was me. I love it.
Man,
Straight
stop,
up.
man. No,
Bitch.
don't say that. A woke interviewer asks Snoop if he feels bad about lyrics from 30 years ago, as if gangsta rap needs a postmodern rebrand. But he doesn't. Nothing like watching woke culture demand remorse from people who actually lived what they talk about. Next up, we've got a pronoun showdown that eats itself alive.
Not Jenna. Please don't assume. I am assuming. I'm identifying as Jenna. Okay, but your name's Caitlin. Why are you here? No, I'm identifying as Jenna. Your name is Caitlin. Why are you here? Please respect me and my person. Jenna. My name is Jenna and my pronouns are they and them. Respect it. If you don't, you're a bigot.
This woke woman starts correcting someone's name until that same respect my identity rule gets flipped right back. Suddenly, self-identification has limits. Love watching the gender police get arrested by their own logic. And finally, a woman denies biological differences between men and women, right before science suplexes her with skeletal muscle facts.
So let's follow the science for a moment. Not opinions, but science. So Ms. Graves, what is the average difference in skeletal muscle between biological men and biological women?
So I'm definitely not a scientist, but I can tell you about the studies that have been done
looking at transgender athletes, cisgender athletes.
It's a great answer to a question I didn't ask, so perhaps I can help you.
So the answer, I think where you're trying to go is there an inherent...
Is there a biological difference between men and women?
In all contexts, and the answer is no.
Okay,
right now.
Okay,
the answer is no.
Okay, let me educate you.
And the reason that I can
reclaiming my time.
The answer is no is because UCLA has studied this. They did a study of
The gentlewoman's reclaimed her time. Miss McLean's recognized.
So I'll educate you. I'll tell you, men have 30 to 40% more skeletal muscle than biological women. That's not right. That's not wrong. That just is what it is. I was going to ask you what is the difference in upper body strength. I don't think you know that either, so I'll answer that question for you as well. Biological men exhibit 20 to 50% greater upper body strength and 25 to 30% lower body strength than biological women. That's just the science.
The woke woman tried so hard to dance around biology that she nearly invented a new language. But reality doesn't bend to feelings. Men do have more skeletal muscle, and that's just science. Watching her face when the conservative woman dropped facts was priceless. You could almost hear the gears grinding in denial. And that wraps it up. If secondhand embarrassment burned calories, we'd all be shredded by now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your favorite meltdown in the comments.